what's
Well, I have been watching on Amazon Prime. I've been watching what is it called? Oh, The Twilight Zone.
do you like the
The
Twilight
new
Zone?
series. I do. I do.
I,
I think Key, what's his name? I don't know which one is which, Key or Peel.
that's Peel. Peel's doing that,
Peel.
and Scare Tactics on Peacock.
Yeah. I love I love that he sticks to tradition with the Twilight Zone, and he's really good at plugging in, like Mr. So and so is blah blah, is having a an interesting day, but some things can be interesting in the Twilight Zone, and you're just like, yeah, you said it. And but they've been good. I'd say 75% of them have been interesting, quirky, weird storylines, and I'm
I
here
did
for it.
miss that. They don't have those kind of shows anymore, do they?
No,
Twilight
no.
Zone,
No,
Convergence
no,
of
they do.
Science.
They've got Black Mirror. Black Mirror is
Black
basically
Mirror's the
Twilight
closest
Zone.
one to the stuff we grew up with in the '80s, where they had like it was a different story every week. Yeah, Black Mirror's the closest one, and
Mhm.
that works because it's also more modern. And it's mainly based off of like social media and how that affects
Yeah,
everybody,
the fear of technology.
technology and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Which
that
is
that would
also
work.
crazy because have you seen there's one episode, I think it's called Heavy Metal or something like that on in Black Mirror, with these like robotic uh military dogs,
No, I haven't seen that.
and they go, "Hey, why, dude, watch it." It's I think it's called Full Metal. It's a scary one, and we as a people are like we those robotic military dogs are being made right now, the exact same looking style.
That makes sense. At least something works. Because most of the time I like Black Mirror, but sometimes I'd watch it and be like, "You're a little off there. You're like over exaggerating for a reason." So I
Yeah.
get it. But I was like, sometimes, actually, this is my biggest problem. It was really good most of the time, but there would have episodes where I'm like, "Who am I supposed to root for? I don't like anybody in this episode." Does that make sense? Like there was a Star Trek episode, and I hated it. I really hated it because if they were trying to be like, you're supposed to hate this guy because he was taking people's mapping imaging and putting them in his game that was built like Star Trek, and
Okay.
these people are supposed to be his crew, and but they weren't the actual people. They were just kind of like copies of him. And you're like, oh, see, hate this guy because he's a jerk. But then you go to the real world and they treat him like an asshole. And I was like, who am I supposed to like in this? Like, fucking hate everybody. Yeah, no, no.
It's supposed to be confusing, maybe. I
Yeah,
don't know.
they have episodes like that that I'm like, well, I don't like anybody in this. This is all sucks. This all. But anyway, we are here
Oh yeah,
for Sake and Sumo, and we're going to be talking about the November basho. It's happening. God, is that happening Sunday? We're on
I
Wednesday.
know, I know.
We're in the night after the election, which we decided beforehand we're not going to talk about. But this,
Donald Trump, but
yeah,
you
it's
know.
also why you won't see me drinking tonight because I got messed up last night.
Oh Lord Jesus, I
I'm
got
not feeling today, and I'm just not drinking at all.
yeah,
So,
yeah. Okay, at least I wasn't the only one. I just felt like I was like I need a drink, and for a Tuesday night, I went kind of hard by myself. Well, I wasn't by myself. My wife was here, and she was just hearing me rant and stuff, and she's been taking a lot more of a nonchalant uh,
thing.
attitude about this because I'm like, well, because your heart's still in Japan, so I get that. But this is,
Okay, that makes sense.
yeah. She's just like, if shit goes, which I'll be right there with her. If it goes to shit, we're gonna be doing this in very different time zones.
I
but
mean,
but life will be fine.
yeah, remember that. But as a lot of people say, we also go up after we go down. We are good at that in this country. We go
Very
down
true.
and then we go back up.
The pendulum does swing.
So, this is a crappy time. Don't worry, guys. We'll get past it. We'll get past it. I'm also very upset because I really thought we had a good chance in Texas to get rid of Ted
Ted
Cruz.
Cruz.
And it was the closest I've ever seen
Whoa,
an
that was
election.
insult to injury, dude. I was just like, oh, this night I'm just gonna finish this bottle of whiskey.
But that was more important to me because as Texans, no
Yeah,
matter who we voted for, our electoral votes were going to go to the Republicans. It always does. It has
yeah,
for a very long time.
yep,
But we can make changes on the smaller level, which we did with some stuff. A lot of the judges were good things that we did. We did some good stuff.
yeah,
But
yep.
can't get rid of Ted Cruz, and we only get a chance every 6 years, and
I
we
know.
that son of a
He
bitch.
gets that means he's been like when he finishes his term, he will have been in office 18 years. A whole adult's lifespan will have gone by. and
Do you know
and
any other senator that is as well known because he's hated than Ted Cruz? I mean,
no.
we were not going to talk about politics, and look what we did. I'm sorry. I mentioned.
Oh yeah, I know. Sorry, we're here for Sumo. Sorry. Sorry,
You're here for
it's
sumo. Okay, guys.
it's the day after the election. Like shit is still raw. You
We
know.
are going to start off with this. It's going to change everything this Sunday. It's going to change everything. We're going to get back up in this stuff. We have more plans for Sake and Sumo we're excited about. We're supposed to be filming this month. Hopefully, I'll get that together in time. We got a lot of fun things going. So let's get to there. We'll start with Jurio. I would like, he has a couple people he wants to talk to, but I was going to start with a no-show. Um, who
Oh no show.
He's been a stay for a very long time up there at the top division.
Yep.
2017 was his first thing. He dropped out maybe once, but he's been up there, and now he's all the way down to Trio 10.
Yeah.
Hurt and goes like 2-13 or something. He's gonna be gone. He's gonna be out of the pay, and that's a really scary position for someone that's been around for 8 years or so, kicking butt. That's
Yeah.
it always happens,
I
but
mean, that's life. That's a cycle of life,
that's
And
relatively young though for that, right? You expect people like in their mid 30s to start doing that
you
when
would
they
yeah,
stay up
but
there for a long time.
people burn out at different paces people just they're tired the tread on the tires get low some faster than others and I think guys like Aoyama and No Show and all them like it might they might be on their last leg and they'll only they know when it's time to let it go. um I feel for them, and I because you and I as aging amateur Rikishi, like
Oh god.
the the line of can I
Very recently,
keep
both me and
doing
Justin,
this?
we were humbled.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We had a tournament. I got 2 wins in 2 divisions. You got one or two to wins in the open.
One. And I
One.
was hurting, dude. And I got my one win, and then I went against Edo, and finally now Edo was like, "Have I beaten your score against me?" And I was like, "Nope." So officially, I'm retiring with Edo having an even score, and he hates it.
You're not retiring yet. You are. I say that kind of shit too. You're getting built up. Anyway, so yeah, we understand how your body just doesn't do what it wants to do anymore because I want to do things and it just doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, we'll talk more about amateur sumo later. Right now, we're gonna get back to pros. That was a no-show. There were 2 people at the top you want to talk about, right?
Yeah. So we have two that have one that has fallen from grace, which was Glenn Bozon or Kim Bozon is
Jimbo's not
his
my guy
official
so
name,
much. Our
but
other show,
we call him Glenn Bozon. Giggity giggity.
because he has a giggity chin.
And so he's fallen down, and I mean he you know you could read the writing on the walls. Like his sumo was just getting kind of just sloppy. Um,
Ill too. Like he's not really doing anything.
yeah. But on a positive note, Mr. Hakuoho is up there at Jurio 2, which as you know, as long as everything holds together and he deserves to be up in the top level.
I
Like
agree. I will say I'm a little worried because he started out awesome this last basho,
yeah.
and he started slipping, and then he came back. I don't forget which day it was. It could have been like a 12 or 11, but he came back, taped the shoulder up again, and I'm like, damn, dude, you had that whole surgery, and now you
Yeah.
had to pick that thing up again. That sucks. That's
Yeah.
hopefully he's over
Well,
that. I just want him to kick ass. He should be up in the top. He's
mm,
that good. But those two
let's
guys,
see.
that's Jurio. That'll be kind of fun. Not as many people as normal, but that's because some of our favorite people have moved up to the top division.
Beer, 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 beer.
One of Justin's favorite guys,
Including
the
wait,
bobblehead.
yes.
Yes,
Mr. Asa Koryu. Bobblehead. We now
bobblehead.
have two little thick boys in. Whoa, where's my little poster? Oh, shit.
That's right.
Also,
I forgot you had that.
side note, shout out to Sumo Punks for making the Little Thick Boy Club poster. That was awesome, and I have kept it. It is in my garage, and it will be busted out every single tournament I have.
Side note to the side note, my favorite Sumo Punks poster was "Let's see the Hinka, the best move in sumo." I love
I like that.
love
I like that. Yeah, that was good. Dude, they have now set the bar for crowd
Oh,
entertainment.
they
You know,
did.
we've got to make posters. You know what? I found a company that makes giant heads. I'm making a head of you. Just
Me?
see. Yeah, because
What?
you have an iconic head with the
Do I?
beard. I
No,
want the head and the beard, everything. Yeah, I want that.
I
I
should have
might.
gotten so close up because my beard's kind of scraggly today. The curls are like really popping out.
But yeah, super shout out to everybody who came to the Consulates Cup but those posters were amazing. Shout out to the Little Thick Boy Club members who love them thick and short.
They're all about the girth. They're all about the girth.
There will be a t-shirt coming out soon. I don't know how many they're gonna sell, but I've been pressured by all the Little Thick Boy Club members to make a t-shirt. So I gotta do it. I gotta do it soon.
Okay. Well,
Anywho, let's move on.
yes.
Our second that is debuting, the
Can,
one who I wish his name. I
the
swear to
guy we
God,
say should be the white
yeah,
bear.
Shido Kuma. He's the white bear.
But it's easy. I think one of the reasons he's popular is because Shishi is so easy to remember as a name that
Shishi,
like
shishi, shishi.
everybody in like Japan and abroad are like, oh, Shishi, yeah, yeah. We've known him before he even got the Churio. Yeah, Shishi, yeah, Shishi. Because it's such a name that like it sticks in your head.
It's easy. I know. I know. He's just, I don't know. But he's a big white bear. He's,
He is. He is. I've also been excited because we talked about the last two Jurio tournaments. His sumo, the technique of his sumo has gotten better. Like he got the
yes.
Jurio on like his physical ability, and then
Yep.
he had to slowly get better with his technical ability. I still don't think he's anywhere near enough to be high in the Magashira,
No,
but
he's got to work on that Tachi eye.
he has the physical ability to do that. If he gets better, he can. And I think he so far he's shown us, in my opinion, that he at least works and tries to get harder at stuff. He's not just the tree and it's like, no, I'm bigger than everybody else. It doesn't matter. Like
Yeah.
he is trying to get better at sumo. So that's cool. That's
He's not like tree trunks.
Tree Trunks.
R.I.P. I wonder somebody's got to find out what he's doing these days.
Yeah.
I mean, anyhow.
We have some of our favorite sumo wrestlers on this channel and everywhere. I will be ringing the gong bell if I can find it later. Boom.
I'm gonna find it. Hold on a second.
Oh, he's gonna
Got
do
it.
it.
I've got it. Wait, what? Where is it? Oh no.
Guess he doesn't have it. Okay.
I have it. Oh, there it is. The
Yeah, Taker's
Undertaker.
back. I'm very
He's
excited Taker's
back.
back. His sumo is incredible. I will also any episode that I'm with Justin on his show, Breakfast and the Boss show, I will be making fun of his legs because yeah,
Why?
someone that good at sumo should have much better developed legs than he has. I don't
Wow.
know how, but that man needs to have better developed. Like I remember, he didn't need it. He seems to be able to win, but it's like one of those people you see doing like professional sport, but when you see them, they're like stringy, and you're like, how are you doing professional sports?
So like what's his name down in Jurio? Dad bod.
Dad's about to go, but see, I can see the muscles in dad bod.
Kind of.
Yeah, but like he just has that belly, but he has like strong arms and legs, and it's just this belly that's kind of like.
Yeah.
And
He's
this
a,
chest that doesn't he's never done a bench press in his life or
yeah, that's exactly.
but
That's called old man strength.
that's old man strength and
Yeah, buddy.
but the legs of Taker is just like they should be better developed. It's crazy to
That's
me.
true.
He looks that weird sometimes, especially his calf muscles. They're like thin. I know calf muscles are
Hey,
very
as
genetic.
somebody with thin calf muscles, I am
Calves
offended.
are very genetic because I have incredible looking calves and I don't really work on them. They're just there.
It's hard to make pretty calves when
It
when you
is.
don't genetically
You don't have
have
the
good
names for it
calves.
because both my brothers got bad calves and I got fantastic calves, and it's just a genetic thing. It just is.
Winner,
And
winner, winner, winner.
you've met Casey. He's strong as hell.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
He has chicken little calves too. Oh man, we're excited to see Taker. He may be my pick because he's gonna have a run at those guys at the bottom that he's been kicking the crap out the last two boss
Oh
shows.
yeah.
It
Now
depends on how good he does when they move him up during the second week because I think they're going to. I think he's going to have double-digit wins at least. And the
is
whole thing
Ted-
it's on a run.
my question is Terunofuji going to compete?
Right now, he says yes. I looked that up before we started. He says yes at the moment, but
Okay,
you
okay.
know him. I mean, I don't blame him. But if he isn't up to full par in day 3 or 5, he'll drop out.
He'll
And
drop out.
at
Right,
day
right, right,
five,
right.
you know he's feeling it, and he has a good chance of winning the whole thing at that point. If he
Yeah.
gets past day 5.
But
But
if he doesn't, and Undertaker, dude, I will agree with you. Like, I feel like Undertaker can. I mean, he's won a U show before.
yeah,
That's it's insane.
he's so
But and he can do it again. I want to see him versus. I think Hoshoryu would be a really nice matchup. They
yeah.
seem
I want to
technique
see him
wise.
in our boy Blue at some point.
Oh yeah, yeah, yes, yes,
That'd be great. And
yeah.
then I want Hakuoho to come back up, and they have a fucking rivalry. That would be fantastic.
And yes, that's
At
another
the
yes.
same
That's
time,
another big yes.
like kind of guy like you like, hey, how do I make a sumo wrestler? Here's Hakuoho, and then you have Taker next to him, who doesn't really look too much like a sumo wrestler except for the belly and the chest. He has a pretty good chest, but like,
He's got the best golden tan ever. I feel like the dude goes either to the beach a lot or he actually gets tan. Like he has really great golden brown skin.
yeah.
I like it. There's not a lot. I think what's his name who just retired. The one who looked like he was like Yakuza. Uh, fuck. Why am I going blank?
I know who you're talking about because you used to say that,
Fuck.
but I can't remember his name right now.
He looked like a Yakuza boss.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, he was the only other one that had like a real like golden brown. I work as a farmer type of tan.
Farmer tan, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna move on. I want to do a quick mention. Midori Fuji, around M8 and M9. Midori
M9,
Fuji,
M9.
Roga, and Gonoyama. 3 of my favorite wrestlers right now, all in that little spot. They're like an M9 and M8.
Yep.
Lama Papayasu, who's at M9 also. So that was 4 spots.
Who Papayasu had a good tournament. Like he's he's killing it lately. Like at his age bracket in his career, I think he's doing great.
Yeah, considering his age, yes, definitely considering his age, and he has a hard time finishing, which being that old,
Yeah.
the back problems he's had,
Yep.
makes sense. But like the first like week and a half, he does really freaking well, and then he just kind of drops the ball around like day 10 or so, day 9 or 10. You start seeing him losing, and that's fine with me because I don't expect him to win one at this point. But I mean, I still hope, obviously. I think everybody who's ever seen Papayasu wants him to win one, just one before he's done.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but it's just
it's probably not going to
it's like
happen.
the lifelong cock tease. I don't even want to like get my hopes up on that shit.
I agree. I agree. But yeah, we got him. If you watch the show, you know how much we like Midori Fuji and his style of sumo. We like to see him come out. Roga, the Russian, we love him. We've been talking about him since Jurio. Goniyama.
Roga.
Go-
Gonayama doing okay. He's hit and miss.
but I think he'll come back kicking ass again. Maybe.
Yeah.
He just
Now there
lost his Tachi. His Tachi
yeah.
was dangerous.
It was, but now he seems a little more cautious. I don't know, maybe an injury we haven't heard about, but
Something happened. He is cautious. You gotta be careful. I have a new guy named Dom who comes to our practice. He's really good. And
ooh, shout out to
I never
Dom Dominus.
have touched his Tachi, and I don't plan on doing it. I just don't until it slips. At some point, probably in his career, it'll slip and we'll work on it. But right now, I'm like, no, just come out and hit people like you're hitting people.
So fast.
He's so fast off the line.
It
Anyway,
makes no sense at that weight. He is
we
fast.
want to do an amateur episode later.
Yeah, yep. We won't get into it.
So
Shout
that
out to Dominus.
yes. So M9 M8 really cool. I don't know. The next people I want to talk about are M1 or M2. I don't know if there's someone you
Yeah. No. We can bump that up because I want to talk. I want to admit a promoted Komusubi. So there's that.
Okay, so
But
I would like to talk about M1 with M2 because that's my next group of people that I love. A lot again, a group of four. M2, Wakutai Kage, the future. Ura is M2.
beer. Uda. Sorry.
Boy, that you call the dark horse is Hiradomi is M1. And his highest rank ever, Oho, has gotten to M1. We are finally seeing the Oho, or at least the last two tournaments, we are finally seeing the Oho that I felt like he could be if he pumps himself up for most matches. He can put a thing down if you want to. And I think he still has a winning record against the short.
Actually, you know what? Oh, I don't dislike him, but I don't like him. So I'll do a thumb. A midway thumb.
Okay, well, the guys you like would disagree with you because like guys like Haas think he's like one of the best. They've been saying that for a long time.
What?
Oh, Haas is always like that guy. That guy can sumo. That guy.
Bruh.
But it's always been his. It's always been his thing. He has to get pumped up for a match, and he doesn't seem to always be able to do that.
No.
Sometimes he's
No, he
lackluster.
does not.
He goes really hard. But the last two tournaments, he's been going hard. That's how he got up to M1. So,
Fair. Okay.
all right, if you want to take us on up at this point,
All right. So I have to give it I hate saying it, but I'm an asshole, but I'm a fair asshole. And shout out to Shodai
shout
for
out.
making it back to Komusubi.
Eh.
You know what? I mean, people, people who are new to sumo don't realize he was Ozeki at one point in time. He was a terrible Ozeki, but he was Ozeki. He has skills. He has skills beyond me. I mean, so I can't
You would
talk
hope so.
shit, but I I don't know. Once somebody just rubs me wrong, like I would just in their fighting spirit, their fighting style, like it just I don't know. And he's inconsistent. Like when he's on, he's on. I'll give it to him. When he's on, it's just like you kind of expect him to lose, and then you go, oh shit, and he squeaks he squeaks out consecutive wins. And usually he does it in the second week. He falls apart in the first week, but then for some reason, second week he just gets enough to keep paying the bills, man. And I commend his staying power because I thought after his fall from grace from Ozeki, I was like, oh, and he's off to the to Jurio and then unpaid. But no, he did not.
Think that because he physically can still beat most of these guys just with his physical ability. I don't like Abi. It's the same thing with Abi.
Oh, I
I have
know.
issues with him.
I have learned to respect Oppie too. Somehow.
But I've always thought the reason why I get mad at both of them is because physically they should be better, and they're not because they get away with it because they're so physically talented. They have
Right.
such great balance and strength and size and speed that they don't even try hard sometimes. And it
Fair.
drives me nuts. It drives me nuts.
That's a
Also,
perfect.
at Komusubi is the other Wakamoto Haru is up there. So I always like him. I always like the Waka, who we call the Tim Duncan, because he kind of just goes, Oshi, Yuri, okay, see you guys.
Yeah. I put points on
You
I
guys
put
are
points
off
on
the
the board. I'm going
bus.
home.
I'm just gonna keep winning. See you later.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yep.
He's been off this year, and it's nice to see him back up. And hopefully he'll stay up there like he belongs.
Yeah.
Sekawaki, uh, Kirishima is there, and so is
Hiroshima.
Daisho's kind of stayed right there at Sekawaki and Komasumi for a long time now. They give it up for Daisho for just being like consistently. It's not easy to stay up and
Fair.
win those
Fair.
guys
Fair. Fair.
because people want to get there. They want to beat you. They want those spots, and he just stayed there. Give it up from that. And Kirishima, of course, we all love Eric here. We like him a lot.
We love Eric.
We love Eric. Okay, but let's get to the guy we want to talk to. The new Ozeki, uh, our boy Blue.
You my boy, Blue.
We're very excited for Onosato. We think he's
Yes.
badass. He didn't just look the last two tournaments. He didn't just look like an Ozeki. He looked like a straight up future Yokozuna. I hate the
Yeah. I'm
fact.
glad you noticed that.
It's so
Yeah.
shitty, but he did look like it. He looked like it in the last two tournaments. Like he
Yep.
looked like everybody who fought him were like, this is the guy to beat now. Like even before Haas and Pancakes, this is the guy right here.
Yep. 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 Yep.
That's awesome to have that kind of aura about yourself. And we're excited because we love that guy. We've liked that guy since 22 before he even started in the pros. We've been a fan of him.
Look at you using Gen Z terminology about or the word aura. they, they apparently Gen Z uses that a lot. I'm learning a lot of Gen Z lingo.
I've used aura my entire life. Come on.
I know, no, but it's their thing now. It's their thing. You gotta have like an aura about you,
No,
you know.
suck it. They're right here. Here's a little Gen X for them right there. That was our language right here. But we weren't stupid enough to think we invented this.
Fair.
It was just our terminology. It was like, we like this the best. Everybody, yeah. We like sometimes we go suck it, but mainly this.
Yes. Do you know? Okay, sorry, I hate going off on a tangent, but I recently went to see pro sumo at the Moody Center with a buddy of mine. This is I think back in September. Anyways, first time actually seeing WWE like live, and it was so fucking lit, and it was so funny to see these. It was a family, a dad and his two boys, and the mom sitting like kind of right next to us on the aisle.
Okay.
And even dude, it's just so funny how things get passed down on generations. Like the two kids, he had to have been like, I don't, maybe 8 and 13, like at best, and they were just like, suck it. Like they're doing this. And I was like, damn, y'all still do this? Okay. It was so cool. I'm sorry. I just had to.
Oh, yeah. They put on a show. I know people like to make fun of it, but honestly, if you like a good show, they put on a freaking show.
I clowned it until and because I watched back in 80s and 90s and as a kid, but then I think at age like 12 or 13, 12 or so, I think it's about 12, somebody was like an older kid was just like, that's some bullshit and it's fake. And I was like, what? What are you like? I nobody had ever told me that, and I was enamored by it. And guys like Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair and all of them, and then once that kid bust my bubble, it's like he told me that like Santa Claus wasn't real, and you're like, oh fuck.
Here's my thing. I get what you're saying. Like I learned at 8. I think my brother told me. I'm not sure, but I learned at 8. And even if
Why
not,
do older kids want to bust your balls,
I would
man?
have learned like a year or two later because in '89, Vince McMahon came out and told everybody because he wanted to get away from the sports. What's that called? The people, the sports commissions of state sports. He didn't want to have to deal with those people anymore. So
Mm-mm.
it was like, no, we're entertainment. So it doesn't really matter. But here's my thing about it. Like, learning about Santa Claus didn't mean I stopped liking Christmas. I still like Christmas today. That magic isn't real. Didn't make me like stop liking magicians. Penn and Teller is still one of my favorite acts of all time. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter to me.
Magic is real. Shut your mouth. I
It
want to
does not
believe.
matter to me. Like, in fact, I find it more interesting because then I get to think about like how are they doing this? Like, how did they make that card disappear? How did that guy just get
Fair.
in his stomach and he's fine? How are they doing that? Because that guy just jumped off the freaking top rope and stopped the guy in the stomach and he's fine. How are they doing that? Like, I like to figure that stuff out. That one took me. I would like to pull that one up because it took me a long ass time. It's pretty simple when you figure it out, like most things. Right before the stomp happens, the guy receiving the stomp covers his stomach with his arms, and so you're stomping on the forearms, which aren't going to really give way too much. And then you're clutching your stomach, so you're like, so it hurts. So like right before, feet come down, boom, oh my stomach, oh. I
Oh.
figured out, I was like, that took me a long time to figure out, and I found out because someone screwed it up. They put their arms way too soon, and I was like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. Because
Oh.
down on
See,
your
I didn't
stomach,
know.
your intestines are going to get messed up. If you have your arms, at worst, you'll get some bruises. But yeah. Anyway, that's my thing. I like figuring stuff out. Plus, I like characters and stories, and that's still my favorite thing. Uh, so on, we talked about Fuji already. So we just had the other two Ozekis. We have Haas and Pancakes, who are pretty steady Ozekis. We can say that.
They're
Now that
steady.
we've lost the steady Ozeki, who you were talking about earlier. People don't remember Shodai. There's a lot of people who just started watching the last 5 years, 6 years or so. So this is the first tournament they've noted that they've had a non-Takakeisho Ozeki, like their
Fair.
entire sumo watching career, because he's been there for
Fair.
so long.
He had some staying power. Like Guaido.
Yeah,
Guaido, yeah, Guaido had. I mean, I don't know who has the record of like longest careers at Ozeki,
that's
but huh? Guaido has to be at least one of them. I don't know.
no, it's the guy who Haku had the break for most wins, because he also had the record for most wins, and his name is gone. I'm old, my brain doesn't work anymore, guys. But he's the guy because he had sciatica issues, so he would like
Oh,
he'd have double digit wins or like a Jun Yu show, and then he sat out the next tournament because his sciatica was flaring, and so
yeah.
that happened for like a long ass time. So he had the most wins in his career up until Hakuho broke it. He had a bunch of stuff like that. I think he still has the most tournaments too. I think he has 5.
Mm.
It should have four, and he had like five for non Yokozuna basho wins. So
Wow.
there you go. I'll look it up later. I'm sorry, guys. My brain-
No, hey.
You know what? I know someone is gonna mention into the comments, so go for it. Go for it. Put in the comments. But anyway, yes,
Comment down
we are.
below.
Now that we went through the people we talked, I want to apologize how off we've been lately. We've missed multiple shows. We missed the
Dude,
last boss.
but for those who follow us online, like who follow like Instagram and all that stuff, it has been a whirlwind of
Activity.
activity for the past. Jesus, you went fucking crazy for like when what months were that? What months was that when you were doing your tour across Texas?
That was earlier in the year. That was I
That
want
wasn't that, that wasn't that early. That was like the beginning of the
no, but
summer.
it was I want to say it was like May or something. If I'm not,
Okay,
was
going.
it was definitely in March or May. It was one of the M months. That was a whole month of that. That was it was like crazy. Uh, and then was training Jay
Yep,
for Worlds.
yep,
That was most of August, and then September happened. There was a lot of stuff to do in September.
yep.
And October came along, and we knew Justin had his tournament, and I had to work with that, and that was disappointing competitor wise. But there's a lot of cool shit that happened there. I did a lot of testing for people who for their belt systems, and
Yeah.
a
Yep,
lot of
yep,
stuff. It
yep.
was so good that like when it was done, I didn't even party, and that was it's only happened a couple times. I didn't party
I
after.
know you didn't, dude. The after party was
I
lit.
know. I saw the videos. I wish I had been there. I
It was
literally,
lit.
this was my idea. I even brought the costume. I had a wizard costume, and I
I
was
know. I know.
and no, you don't know all of it. I have a big a wizard staff, like a big one. It looks great. It was made by my stepdad. It's awesome. I had that with me, and I was going to get up on karaoke and sing "Into the Mystic," and I thought that would be really funny as a wizard to sing
Ooh.
to the.
I wish you hadn't told
I
me
was
that.
gonna be like
Now,
this with my staff. I was gonna be like, yeah. That was my plan, and then I was just so exhausted by the end of it. I was like, "I'm sorry." I'm just
well, next year, I think I think everybody agrees. October is a better month than Labor Day weekend. It just Labor Day weekend is
especially if you keep having it outside. Yeah,
yeah, that's too much. So October,
it makes sense
great,
because
and then
people who travel out of town, most of them are going to have that Monday off. So I get why you did on Labor Day weekend. It makes sense.
yeah,
So like people can stay on Sunday, no big deal, or they don't have to worry about
it's
getting
not
back.
that big. Right, right, right,
But
right.
it's
But
September
no,
in Texas, dude. It's 100 degrees.
yeah,
It was 90
and
this year, but it was still really hot.
I don't want Jake to melt. I can't have Jake melting.
Oh,
He's an Iowa boy, unfortunately.
I hope I can get him down from the Met. I doubt I will, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna get him down. It was too fun to have for the Met.
One day, him and his wife will move to Texas.
Oh, we will work hard for that because we love Jake. We love
Probably not though.
I'll take him from Grand Solo Breakdown, and he'll be part of Sake&Sumo.
Oh, I would love to just just have a nice little shoot the shit and drinks. Dude, that'd be amazing.
Which we need to do with JJ also. Okay, so
Yes.
we are going off on a tangent, and I know that is our
Yeah, that's
thing, our legacy, our staple, our I don't know what you would call it, but that's what
our MO.
MO. Yeah,
Yeah.
MO works.
Modus operandi.
We will be there first day of the tournament. I plan on being on that one. I will be on as many shows as possible. I got a lot of stuff going on with my life, so I don't know how many I will be able to do, but
Life things be lifing.
and we want to do an amateur episode where we're just going to cover a bunch of amateur stuff because we mean to do amateur episodes beforehand, but then we're so involved in the amateur tournaments in the U.S.
Yes.
we forget to do these things.
Y'all
So,
don't understand. Like if we were just podcasters or whatever, of course, our whole focus is to capture the moment. But then it's different when you're actually living the moment and you just want to be full on present because it's one of the happiest moments, in I don't know, for me in my month, in my, like it being, and I think Brenda always, I like how Brenda always posts pictures on Instagram or memes on Instagram about like, after, at basically like the day returning home from a tournament kind of thing. You're just like, "Meow." Because it's such a, people don't know. Of course, everybody in the sumo community knows, but that it's such a fun high of
Yeah,
being with
it's
friends.
even if it
Uh,
went for that, we like I said, we're very involved. We have to like do shit usually. We
yeah, we're
usually
not just sitting around. People are like,
like this like he was
go
doing
over
the
here.
first day setup stuff, and I was doing I think 8 or 9 belt tests that day. It literally was from I think noon to 5. I was testing people for 5 hours.
Yeah.
And then the next day was the tournament, and then I wanted to come on Sunday, but I'd already driven up twice, and I was done. I was done.
Oh man. Well, I
We're
wish
gonna.
somebody came because it was just me and Ben.
I know. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to
No,
take
but you did fine.
Saturday.
You're fine.
It's
You're
gonna
fine.
be Saturday's gonna be hard for us. But we will have an amateur episode soon. I also want to talk about the fact that we're gonna have something called Lesson from the Half Doyo. We're gonna hopefully record that this month. That is the plan. And then you will see episodes from that next week. I also have a goodbye episode that I'm making for Takara Food Taka K
Ooh.
Show. I've been putting the film together. If you don't want to wait for me, there's some good ones out there already. I really like J Wags from Into the Dojo. It was fantastic. His is great. Uh,
Nice.
Chris Sumo was pretty good. And then that's us. We were coming. We're hopefully, like we say every year, we're hopefully next year we're gonna do better than we did this year. That is our
Yeah,
plan every year to just do better than we did this year.
that's a good life plan, period.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Have a great day. Normally we finish our drinks at this point. We don't have drinks.
Oh,
Oh,
speak for
here,
yourself.
you have a drink.
Speak for yourself.
But keep
Hold on, I got a little more.
check out Breakfast and Basho over on Dark Circle Sumo. Come back here for the Sake&Sumo and leave it out. And between then, get your sumo on, guys. Get your sumo.
Get your sumo on. Cheers.